So you've been here since yesterday, right, for Pacific Rim?
Yeah. I was at Pacific Rim yesterday, which was really good. And
yeah, the footage looked amazing.
Yeah, it's really nice. I mean, to be in Comic-Con with a Guillermo del Toro film.
Right.
I mean, it feels very.
Yeah, I think last time I saw you, you had just finished filming it at the gym. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just out there. Oh, yeah, that's right. All right, so let's talk Jax. I mean, he's obviously in a much different place now. He's making all the decisions. He's boss in charge. He's at the head of the table.
Yeah.
So kind of take us through.
Well, I think it's a very exciting and kind of clear time in Jax's life now. I've had this experience in my life where you toil and toil and toil with a conundrum or a big decision you have to make in life, and you make that decision and feel good about it, you know. And he has for 4 years, for 4 seasons, been trying to figure out a way to get himself out of the club and the life, and now has realized and resigned himself to the fact that that's not going to happen.
Right.
And he feels, I think, empowered by it, and there's a clarity and a fierceness to the way he's going about, fulfilling his agenda, which is to ultimately turn back the club to what its original, the dream for it was, and not what Clay has turned it into. But, which I think is really, really, really interesting psychological byproduct of that, is he's realizing that it's not as easy as it appeared to just always do the right thing.
Right.
You know, there's certain information that he's privy to that he cannot share with the club, which has forced him into a situation of having to lie and manipulate his brothers and do all the shit that he always vilified Clay for.
Right.
And so I think there's like a certain amount of empathy that he's starting to feel towards Clay. That although Clay is a bastard and ruthless mercenary man, not all of the moves that he made were maliciously motivated. That you just have to compromise your integrity a little bit when you're the king for the greater good. So I think that although he definitely wants to brutally murder Clay,
right,
I think there is a slight amount of empathy creeping into that dynamic.
So what about him and Opie? I mean, I know that, they've had this great friendship. I mean, grew up as kind of brothers essentially, and now, okay, when we left, Opie, didn't choose. I mean, he was waiting for Opie to show up, and that did not happen. So kind of how does that affect their relationship going forward?
It's heartbreaking. It's two guys that truly love each other, that can't reconcile their differences. And I think it really breaks both of their hearts in a way that it's like breaking up with a wife, or a soulmate, where they're still in each other's lives because their lives are so entangled, but unless some very fundamental changes are made, which are impossible to make, their relationship at this point, I think, is fractured beyond repair.
That must be fun to play, though.
Really fun to play. I mean, anything is fun to play with Brian. And
yeah.
They're just an extraordinarily soulful and present actor. So, it's hard. I feel like a real bastard in those scenes. He makes me feel like shit.
Right.
In the scenes, because we play these guys for 80 hours a week for 6 months of the year, and the lines start to get blurred, and emotions that Jax Teller is feeling, I feel.
Right.
Feel when Opie hits you with one of those disdainful looks that just goes right through you, and I think, man, I wish I had not to be on the receiving end of this. I feel horrible about myself.
What can you tell us about the Jax and Tara relationship this season?
I think that, Tara has gone through a pretty similar evolution to Jax, in that she has harbored this desire and this fantasy of getting out of Charming for a long time, and realized that she has to choose between her man and or that dream, and she decides she's going to stay. So I think also, which is just true of the human condition, and you have to make a difficult decision like that. You gotta own it, otherwise you're just going to torture yourself forever. So I think we're both kind of resigned and fiercely clear on what we're going to do and how we're going to make this work. And no one better get in our way. I mean, and that includes Gemma, and as far as Jax and Tara. It's not, we're not going to see like the same mommy's boy that we've seen for 4 seasons with Jax. When she gets out of line, he tells Gemma, bitch, you out of line. Get the fuck back in line. Because she has created too much havoc, and I'm dealing with too many problems to let my mom further complicate the situation. So it's fun. I mean, that dynamic for me has been really fun, because Katie's brain is so fierce, so it's nice to just give her the old slap and say, sit down and shut up.
One more question?
Can you talk about Harold coming in and Jimmy Smith coming in this season, and what it's been like working with them and the characters?
It's been a constant. The whole show from the very beginning has been a constant cycle of incredible guest stars that we have coming on, and I mean, I've worked with Harold a little bit so far, and he's just wonderful. I mean, I still think there's Mercutio in that dying scene in Romeo and Juliet. That's pound for pound one of the best scenes and best performances, you know, caught on camera. So I was really excited to work with him. But and I've worked a lot so far with Jimmy, who's just a dream to work with. He's really, really fun and lively, and you know, passionate about what he does, and that's a very interesting dynamic that's starting to evolve between Jimmy and Jax. Because to begin with, in True Sons of Anarchy style, you know, it's a little contentious. Jax doesn't respect him or trust him. Not that he doesn't respect him, but he doesn't really trust him. He doesn't trust, you know, outsiders very open, very quickly at all. But then he starts to really kind of watch the guy and admire him, and realizes he can maybe learn a couple things from him and use him, you know, to his own ends. So it's that's been some really fun stuff with Jimmy. I really like working with him.